Interstate.
Exclusive video tonight of a near miss in West Omaha and a very close call for an Omaha police officer and his dog.
All of a sudden, I see a set of headlights coming at me.
With less than a second to spare, Officer Randy Pignotti escapes a high-speed head-on collision.
So I was able to slam on my brakes to create enough distance between the vehicles that were on either side of me.
After pulling over to the side of Interstate 80 near 144th Street,
If you can get a hold of NSP, I just had a car almost hit me head on.
you can hear Bruno, Pignotti's canine for 3 years, shaken up as well.
He's a true partner. He lives with me at home. I take him to work. I spend countless hours a day with this dog, and it would have been devastating if he would have been hurt or injured in this accident.
Despite a lot of other vehicles on the road that night back in March,
The driver was never located. There were no other 911 calls stating that there was a vehicle going the wrong way on the interstate.
and unfortunately, canine crashes aren't as rare as you might believe.
Within about the last year and a half, there have been 4 other canine units that have been involved in accidents.
Officer Jeff Vaughn's cruiser hit on the interstate. You can see the smashed back end and the heavily damaged front of the other driver's vehicle. And Officer Troy Levy's cruiser last May, trunk demolished by a truck driver. In all cases, the dogs, like Bruno, were okay. Since no one was caught, there's no way to tell if this driver was impaired, distracted, or driving the wrong way on purpose. Another reminder for all drivers.
These things can happen in a split second, and if you're not paying attention, you never know what the outcome will be.
Another officer wasn't as lucky this holiday weekend after a hit and run Friday night near John A. Creighton Boulevard in Pratt. The suspect hit a pole and flipped after police chased him. 20-year-old Leonardo Savadero was in critical condition at last check. The injured officer went to the hospital for observation.
Well, 2 men on the way to a funeral end up going to the hospital.
Tonight, police are investigating the city's latest shooting. KETV News Watch 7's Dave Roberts is live with this Crime Stoppers alert.
Sean Smith and Stanley Taylor just pulled up to 36th and Pratt for a carpool to a relative's funeral. Well, someone else knew they were there as well and tried to take them out. Now they're here at the Nebraska Medical Center and lucky to be alive.
A car pulled up, opened fire.
The towel should be your first indication the shooting caught Dwayne Smith off guard.
I knew they was right outside because it's hard to hit anything when you got water running, on you.
From his shower straight to the street, Dwayne ran to help.
The truck back there, and the driver slumped out. Yeah. And that's when I called 911, hoping that, they would get here quick.
The shooting left Sean Smith and Stanley Taylor in bad shape. The hospital reports both men in stable condition now, but it could have been worse. Someone in a black Jeep pulled up next to their Blazer and filled it full of bullets Sunday afternoon. It's the last thing Dwayne expected.
And this neighborhood is basically quiet, and for this to happen is like ridiculous.
We've had one neighbor tell us that this area is typically quieter than some other neighborhoods in North Omaha. Is that true?
I wouldn't say necessarily quieter. You get certain pockets in North Omaha that necessarily don't have the problem house. I don't think we necessarily have the problem house here. I think it was a matter of this is where they were going to make their move and shoot our victims.
It's clear police worry about the neighborhood. This shot spotter sensor the department installed only a block away alerted police to the shooting, but only seconds before upset neighbors called 911.
I'm tired of it, because, at some point, you just feel like you can't come outside no more, especially in broad daylight, more or less at night.
Police, of course, want to find the shooter in his black Jeep Patriot or a Cherokee. If you have any information and you want to help your neighbors out, pick up the phone and make the call. The number is 402-444-STOP. Live at the Nebraska Medical Center, Dave Roberts, KETV News Watch 7.